Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Ironman progress video. If you didn't see the last video, what I did was get into the hype of the Wilderness Slayer update, and in the process of getting enough mysterious emblems for a rune pouch, I obtained 17 Laren's keys. Unfortunately, a unique drop table isn't out for the chest yet, so I'm going to hang on to the keys. However, in this update, I'm going to get right back into doing some normal Slayer in the hopes of getting a Tsar or a Dagannoth task. So after I finish editing the last video, it'll be time to go ahead and jump right into the making of this one. Alright, so I went ahead and grabbed a new Slayer task, but there are some things I want to go ahead and unlock while I'm here. See if I can find them all. Yep, ring bling is definitely one of them, so I can finally make Slayer rings, teleport back here immediately. Yep, I want to go ahead and unlock reptiles. I want to go ahead and get killing shamans here shortly. And yep, go ahead and unlock Tsar so I can go ahead and get a task. Kill Jad with, make that easier. And there was one more. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and extend gargoyles for now. Go ahead and save some points, and eventually I'll extend dust devils for sure. Right now I'm going to go ahead and knock out this K4 task that I just got. Expect to get a few clues out of it. Alright, here's the second black mask on the account. I knew eventually it would happen. Wasn't expecting it right now, but just waiting to do this hard clue once the minigame teleport cleared up, but nevertheless, still nice to have. Hey, here we go with the first curve bone on this account. I think that's about a 1 in 5,000 drop rate. Alright, so I just got my next task of Black Demons, and I figured now will be as good a time as any to go ahead and knock out Monkey Madness 2. That way I can go ahead and kill the demonic gorillas and get the zenyte shards, and I know that's a very great way to make some money as well. As you can see, I already got all the requirements for it. Now it would just be a matter of actually doing the quest. One of the reasons this quest is so hated is because the agility maze in order to get the crook. There's a few places where the paths split into two different ways, and the correct path is different for each player. So you have a 50-50 shot of getting the right path each time, which of course means I failed about 90% of the time. But here I am finally on the first boss fight, and this one is for wasting the last hour of my life, crook. So the Gloth fight, I believe, is a 3-stage instance flight, so when you die here, anything lost is lost. After I scuffed the first attempt, I realized I definitely need the safe spot the boss, which I found a guide online. And as you can see here, I brought the crystal bow with me so I can attack further than what his range is while on part 2 of 3 of this fight. And on the third part, it doesn't fully go into a safe spot, but it's a semi-safe spot that takes a lot less damage than fighting them straight up. So the spot that's marked on the map is just out of Gloth's range. So the strategy to take the least amount of hits is to use a longbow to hit him, and it runs you in, which he grabs you and pulls you in further. So immediately after he hits you, you run back past the spot. So this way you're getting 2 hits per his 1. Because as you can see, after he pulls me in, I'm still able to get a second hit on him, which it sometimes just automatically does. So that's the end of the quest, and it's time to get the rewards, which I'll get a Royal Sea Pod that makes for a great teleport to the Stronghold, and a teleport near a Spirit Tree for some quick transportation. But more importantly, I can go ahead and start killing demonic gorillas when on a Black Demon task. That way I can start trying to get some zenyte shards to make the zenyte jewelry. But here's the quest complete and the experience given for doing so, and that's one of the longest and most difficult quests out of the way now. So a little bit about these is that they tri-bridge you, requiring you to use at least 2 different attack styles. After 3 attacks of the same type, they change the attack style that they use to something else, so you'll have to change your prayer every so often. And as well, after you do so much damage with one attack style, they'll change their protection prayer to protect against it and require you use a different type of attack style, which as you can see I use melee and range while I'm here. And I also know from my main account that they're great for dropping alcohols and sometimes for tree seeds and a few resources as well. Alright, I figured now is as good a time as any to go ahead and open these 22 hard clue caskets that I have. I could get, well, what I'm hoping for actually is any piece of Godhide top, bottom, godhide shield, boots, any of that will be able to go ahead and help me while I'm doing this task, and anything else I'm ranging. I wanted to go ahead and keep them in order to try to get more master clues, but I've been holding on to the one that I have for quite some time now, and I'm not going to worry about doing it right now. So here we go. There we go, Armadillo Chaps. That's probably one of the best ones that I could get. That's a great one. Go ahead and bank all this. Do it again. Man, I'm hyped about that one. Doesn't get much better. Still hoping for mainly a shield though. Some uniques in here at least. I'll have to check the pages here in a bit. Cruiser, I think I've got one already. So nice to get a different one. No unique pages so far. Already had that helm. Not worried about that. Armadillo page 1. I think that's a new one. Yep, that's a new one right there. And let's see what else. Oh, yes. D'hide boots. Love to see that. Don't necessarily need Bando's ones, but love to get one. So that's 2 immediate upgrades there, and search. Wow, that's my first Armadillo page. That's nothing special. And Sarah Doman. And that's my 3rd Sarah page. Alright, so that gets a little bit better, but this is what I'd love to see, are these 2 items right here. Yep. Already got, I think it's the H2 or something, which is alright. I'll have one of each now. Teleports. Nothing else special in here. But I'm going to go ahead and get back to killing some demonic gorillas now. And what would a video be without me missing some sort of level? So here's 85 strength. So I get to follow one miss leveled up with another one. I knew this level was coming up too, and I still missed it, but that's what I get for being too focused on sitting here. Make sure I don't die while I'm killing the gorillas. And here's another random hard clue I got from demonic. Still looking for a shield and top. That's a unique blessing, but nothing else useful here. Alright, so I just finished off tasks. Unfortunately, no zenyte shard, but I'm going to go ahead and get a new task and take a look at the loot that we got so far. For 123 kills, got plenty of rune legs, skirts, bolts, and other alchables. So you can see they make damn good profit. However, I just didn't get the big items this time. No uniques with any of the ballista, limbs, monkey tail, or anything like that either. But I knew this would be a long grind as I need to get 4 shards anyway, so I'll just have to pace myself on them. So here's the brittle key drop that you get from gargoyles while on task, which lets you unlock the top of the Slayer Tower, which lets you go ahead and fight their boss, which unfortunately they don't have many great jobs. It takes a little while to kill them, so it's just not that profitable to do so. And here's another hard clue. Go ahead and see what we get. Ooh, well, that's not too useful for nothing useful, but pretty cool. Get a little bit of Fashionscape with the Rune Defender ornament kit and the trimmed glory. Go ahead and put it on and see how it looks. Let's go ahead and throw these together. Just make one item so it just doesn't use 2 spots in the bank. Not necessarily useful since I have a Dragon Defender, but I guess I'll match any piece of Gilded if I ever find that in a clue. So I'll just go ahead and talk over these next clips since I'm sure anyone watching can count, but decide to take a day's break from Slayer and getting some thieving levels in. Going from 60 to 71 thieving. It's been one of my lowest skills for a while, and eventually I'll need to raise it for some diaries anyway. Also, eventually I need to get on the scepter grind since I do want to start working on my house, which I haven't mentioned yet, but that's why I'm doing Slayer now anyway. I want the profits to go towards construction. And while doing Slayer, I still want to get a Sard task in order to get a Fire Cape, and a Dagganoth task would be nice as well to get the Dragon Axe and Archer's Ring. But that'll be enough for today, as I've got a few upgrades in from the clues and unlock some new content from questing, and hopefully in the near future get some zenyte shards, and then I can start making some new best in slot jewelry. So as always, thank you for watching the video, and I hope to see you again in the next one.